Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Campaigning intensifies for the first phase of Gujarat Assembly elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits at Rozgar Mela tomorrow. At the 53rd IFFI in Goa, Indian Panorama section opens for film buffs. At least 56 people killed and 700 injured after strong earthquake hits Indonesia. And in FIFA World Cup, England trounced Iran 6-2 in their opening match in Qatar. The Netherlands to take on Senegal in their opening encounter tonight. And now the news in detail. In Gujarat, campaigning has intensified for the first phase of assembly elections. Star campaigners of political parties are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi held rallies at Surendranagar, Jambusar and Navsari today. Home Minister Amit Shah also campaigned in Kutch and Saurashtra region. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi addressed rallies at Surat and Rajkot. In the first phase, voting will be held on the 1st of December for 89 seats of Saurashtra, Kutch and South Gujarat. A report from our correspondent.
Addressing rallies in South Gujarat region today, PM highlighted that the massive transformation of Gujarat was possible because people voted for BJP. PM said with the mantra of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, BJP government has ensured the well-being of all the sections of the society.
આજે દુનિયામાં ભારતનો ડંકો વાગે છે કે નથી વાગતો? હિન્દુસ્તાન પ્રગતિ કરી રહ્યું છે કે નથી કરી રહ્યું? આજે ભારતની બધે વાહવાહી થાય છે કે નથી થતી? દરેક ભારતીયને ગૌરવ થાય છે કે નથી થતું?
Mr. Modi hit upon opposition for neglecting the farmers and tribals. On the other hand, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who launched the party's poll campaigning today, criticized the government on unemployment and GST rollout. Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal intensively campaigned in Amreli today, while Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann held roadshows in Valsad district today. With Jitendra Dwivedi, Aparna Khund, AR News, Ahmedabad.
The process of withdrawal of nominations for the second phase ended today. Polling in the second phase will be held on the 5th of December. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said government accelerated development initiatives in the Northeast have transformed Look East policy into Act East policy. Mr. Singh said the steps taken by the government led to all-round developments in the Northeast region, enabling all the states to improve trade with the Southeast Asian nations. The minister was addressing the two-day conclave on the theme Celebrating Contribution of India's Northeast region in Nation Building, organized by the Army and several northeastern states in Guwahati through a video message. He asserted that the government is committed to strengthening the pace of development in the region. India today assumed the chair of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. The GPAI is an international initiative to support responsible and human-centric development and use of artificial intelligence. This comes close on the heels of India taking over the presidency of G20, a league of the world's largest economies at Bali in Indonesia. Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar represented India virtually at the GPAI meeting held in Tokyo for the symbolic takeover from France. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar met with a cross-section of Indian community members and school students at Doha in Qatar this afternoon. In his address at the reception, the Vice President lauded the role played by the Indian diaspora in deepening India-Qatar links.
Every Indian can achieve his ambition. He has only to have an idea. Government support and money is not wanting in that. In 2022, India became number 1 in the number of unicorns. We are ahead of any other country in the world, and this indicates our path of growth.
The Vice President reached Doha yesterday for a two-day visit to Qatar to represent India at the opening ceremony of the FIFA World Cup. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has emphasized the need for industry, academia and policy makers to work together to create a future-ready workforce for the 21st century and drive economic growth and social welfare. Addressing the National Council meeting of the CII in New Delhi today, he called upon the industry to create an enabling ecosystem in line with the spirit of the National Education Policy 2020. Earlier in the day, Mr. Pradhan attended the stakeholders' consultation on draft National Credit Framework (NCRF) at IIT Delhi. Speaking at the event, the Education Minister stressed upon providing a level playing field and equal opportunities to reap demographic dividend. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held pre-budget 2023 consultations with the first group of leaders from industry and experts of infrastructure and climate change in New Delhi today. Ministers of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary and Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad and Finance Secretary Dr. T.V. Somanathan, among others, attended the meeting. Steel Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia today stated that removal of export duties on steel and stainless steel by government will herald a new era for the nation's steel sector. He said it will allow the steel sector to firmly establish its position in the global market. The minister was delivering the keynote address at the third conclave of the Indian Steel Association. The centre has launched framework for safeguarding and protecting consumer interests from fake and deceptive reviews in e-commerce. Secretary, Department of Consumer Affairs, Rohit Kumar Singh, launched the framework in New Delhi today. The standards will be applicable to every online platform which publishes consumer reviews. Violation of the standards by any entity may be considered as an unfair trade practice or violation of consumer rights. The 25th National Conference on E-Governance will be held at Katra in Jammu and Kashmir from the 26th of this month. The theme of the two-day conference is bringing citizens, industry and government closer. The conference will be inaugurated by the Union Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will distribute about 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits under the Rozgar Mela tomorrow through video conferencing. He will address the appointees on the occasion. The physical copies of the appointment letters to the new appointees will be handed over at 45 locations across the country. Our correspondent reports that this will be a significant step towards fulfilling the continuous commitment of the government to provide job opportunities for the youth and ensuring welfare of citizens.
The Rozgar Mela is a step towards fulfillment of the commitment of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to give top priority to employment generation. Last month, appointment letters were handed over to 75,000 newly inducted appointees at Rozgar Mela. The appointment letters were given for several posts, including Central Armed Police Force, Sub-Inspector, Constable, Income Tax Inspectors, among others. This time, the posts of teachers, lecturers, nurses, nursing officers, doctors, pharmacists, radiographers and other technical and paramedical posts are also being filled up. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also launch the Karma Yogi Prarambh module. The module is an online orientation course for all new appointees in various government departments. In our bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak, we will bring you a live discussion tonight with Arun Singhal, Secretary of the Department of Fertilizers, on various topics concerning the fertilizer sector. Listeners can ask questions from 9:30 p.m. onwards tonight on telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-233-14444. You can also post your queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This live program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. In Karnataka, Additional Director General of Police Law and Order Alok Kumar has informed that the Mangaluru auto rickshaw bombing suspect Muhammad Sharik was influenced and inspired by a global terrorist organization. Addressing media persons in Mangaluru today, the senior police officer said that bomb-making materials such as sulfur, phosphorus, batteries, circuit, nut and bolts were recovered from Sharik's rented accommodation in Mysuru today. He further said that the suspect of the bomb blast had links with an absconding handler, Abdul Mateen Taha of Bengaluru, on whom the National Investigation Agency has announced a reward of 5 lakh rupees. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation DMRC today announced that metro services will not be available between Dwarka and Dhasa bus stand for an hour from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Services will not be available due to speed trials on Dwarka-Dhasa bus stand section in Grey Line for enhancement of speed and overall improvement in quality of train operations. DMRC asked passengers to plan their journey accordingly. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. The Indian Panorama section began at the 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India IFFI in Goa today. The opening movie in the feature film category was Kannada film Hadine Lentu, directed by Prithvi Konannur. The opening film in the non-feature film category was The Show Must Go On, directed by Divya Kawasi. Our correspondent has the details on other events of the day at IFFI today.
Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur inaugurated the Indian Panorama and felicitated cast and crew of both the opening films. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Thakur congratulated the filmmakers whose movies are being screened at the IFFI. Addressing the gathering, Information and Broadcasting Secretary Apoorv Chandra said, under the Indian Panorama section, IFFI will showcase best of the movies from all the four corners of the country. Mr. Thakur also launched 53-hour challenge for 75 creative minds of tomorrow to showcase their talent by making short films on the idea of India at 100.
Spark in those youngsters, when you meet them, they are here to achieve something. They know they are selected out of 1,000 plus applications and they are the lucky 75 creative minds. Now they will get the opportunity to interact with others, also work as a team.
Mr. Thakur also inaugurated Film Bazaar, which is the largest film market in South Asia. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan, was among those present on the occasion. Ashok Shukla, AIR News, Goa.
Senior IAS officer Gaurav Dwivedi today assumed charge of the Chief Executive Officer of Prasar Bharati. Mr. Dwivedi is a 1995 batch IAS officer of Chhattisgarh cadre. President Draupadi Murmu had appointed him for a period of 5 years. Director General of All India Radio, Dr. Vasudha Gupta, DG Doordarshan, Mayank Agrawal and other senior officers were present on the occasion. In Indonesia, at least 56 people were killed and 700 injured after a strong earthquake of 5.6 magnitude on Richter scale struck western Java this afternoon. The earthquake hit at the shallow depth of 10 kilometers with epicenter at Cianjur town, 75 kilometers southeast of the capital Jakarta. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency of Indonesia in a statement said that dozens of buildings have been damaged in the Cianjur region. Head of administration in Cianjur town told media that the numbers of injured and fatalities are likely to increase because there are a lot of people still trapped at the spot. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar expressed sadness at the loss of life and property in Indonesia's Java from earthquake. In his message, the minister said India stands in solidarity with Indonesia at this difficult time. In FIFA World Cup, England defeated Iran 6-2 in their opening fixture of group stage at Doha in Qatar. Here is the analysis of the match.
England deployed their playing 11 in 4-2-3-1 format, whereas Iran stick to 5-4-1 design. That means Iran put one more striker in front line. But this is beyond logic, why the Asian giants have given so much territorial advantage to their formidable opponent. In addition, Iran made another mistake by deploying additional marksmen to guard world's most dangerous striker, Harry Kane. Definitely it is a suicidal ploy. The wingback Saka took that advantage and supplied countless deadly through passes to the England's forward line, and they scored the goal at their will. Statistics show that England kept the ball under their control for more than 95% of stipulated time. That reflects it was a completely one-sided encounter. With Pratyush Ghosh, this is Abhineet Shukla from Sports Desk.
The Netherlands will take on Senegal in their opening encounter of group stage in Doha at 9:30 p.m. Indian time tonight. In cricket, India will take on New Zealand in the third and the final T20 International at McLean Park in Napier tomorrow. The match will begin at 12 noon Indian time. And now let's have a look at the weather forecast for the four metropolitan cities tomorrow. National capital Delhi is expected to have clear sky tomorrow. Mumbai is expected to have clear sky. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky. And Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Campaigning intensifies for the first phase of Gujarat Assembly elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits at Rozgar Mela tomorrow. At 53rd IFFI in Goa, Indian Panorama section opens for film buffs. At least 56 people killed and 700 injured after strong earthquake hits Indonesia. And in FIFA World Cup, England trounced Iran 6-2 in their opening match in Qatar. Netherlands to take on Senegal in their opening encounter tonight. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.